Guys, we're actually going to go out and I want to take a tour of State Road 200 and show you a little community that's on the southwest corridor called Heath Brook Hills. So come on and follow me. It's perfect today. One of the things when people are starting to look at the area of Marion County, I would say one of the biggest things that you're going to notice is that all sides of the county look so different. I mean, when I say different, I mean, depending on what your needs are, you're gonna find, if you want more land, you're gonna wanna be in a probably more rural area. I'm sorry, I think the pollen is getting to me. And so generally right now, the way how I like to explain it is, you have a lot of your older construction, your more established neighborhoods out on the northeast side. That's kind of where everything began, and I'll basically do that in another video to showcase that. But on the northeast side, you're gonna have the historic district, you're gonna have downtown. That's where you're also gonna have, you know, it's more artsy and everything out that way, and that's really has been an amazing effort from the county to be able to, for the local community, be able to really revitalize downtown. So that's been super exciting. So we'll be able to showcase that on another point. Southwest Marion County right now is really experiencing its biggest boom. So you're gonna find some communities, a lot of new construction is starting to happen out. And why are my wipers going? What in the world? It's not even raining. That was so weird. So we're talking about Southwest Marion County. This is where you're also going to have the Florida Horse Park. You're going to have a lot of larger pieces of land in older communities. We're talking about homes from the 70s, from the 80s that have land. So depending on what you are looking for, you're going to be able to find that in the southwest as well as in the northwest, which is where you're going to still have more rural areas. People that are looking for farms, that's where they're generally going to gravitate towards. So just keep that in mind. So southwest right now, because of it being so close to the interstate, we also have State Road 200, which you'll probably hear when you're in Ocala. State Road 200 is like Restaurant Row. That's like where you go for all of your different restaurants and fast food and that sort of stuff. In addition to, of course, downtown. But that's really going to be where you're going to have a good majority right off the interstate. Now, Heath Brook is about, I would say, probably about maybe not even 5 miles or so from the interstate. And it's going to be right by your Dillard's. It's going to have an amazing plaza there, Market Street, that they have been developing for years. I would say back in 2005, 2007, that was when the market crashed. That development was going to be like the next big thing. Everybody was all excited, hoping that it was going to be like another mall, and then when it was an open plaza, I think it caught a lot of people by surprise. But it took years for it to really be what it is now, because obviously the market has come back up, and a lot of people, a lot of other businesses have basically leased out the space. So we've had some really good anchor stores that have come into that area. We have Marshalls and Home Goods. Dillard's, of course, has been there. And then, of course, all of the other little restaurants that are peppered throughout the area. So it makes it very... there's a draw to that side of town. Heath Brook Hills, and you'll see as we'll drive through that neighborhood, is actually walking distance from Market Street. So the beauty of it is that you can actually go out, and it's all nice sidewalks, and you're actually able to go out and walk there if you would like. So I know that it's Florida. That's the one thing about Florida. Sometimes you walk to places, or you see people walking, and you think that they're like weird, because why are you walking? Like, it's Florida. Where's your car? It's terrible. I know, it's so like, it's awful, but it's true. And so when you see somebody on a bike or something, it's like, what are they thinking? That's unfortunate, because normally where I come from, that's like, people don't have cars, right? I have friends that are in their 40s and they still don't have their license from New York, because why? You have the subway. So that's a big cultural difference between New York and Florida. Over here to the right, you'll notice cows, but you'll also see that there's I-75, and it's always great when you have a lot of the trees. That really does drown out a lot of the sound from any of this. You know, I know that that's a concern when it comes to being near the interstate for any community, but you really have this nice buffer here that isn't going to give you that constant sound like you live by the interstate, which is great. This is State Road 200. So State Road 200 will span throughout Marion County, and it will also head over to Hernando County. So right now we're heading straight towards Heath Brook. And the beauty of this area is that you have a Publix there, also, which if you are not from Florida, Publix is amazing. There's just no comparison. Notice here on your left, you have a bank, you have Publix, got some Chinese food and all your essentials out in this plaza. So you can literally walk there, which is pretty awesome. There are walkways on both sides. You see people in the evenings, you know, going with their dogs around or on their bikes or whatever's the case. So it really is a beautiful entrance, and it's been well maintained throughout the years, which is awesome. If you don't want to live in the area that has the single family homes over here to the left, you have Highland Apartments, and these are more like townhouses that are going to be here to the left. So right now, I just went over the curb. Can't tell you the code.
They can't see it.
I don't know if you're catching any of the pollen that's on my car, even though I just washed it. That's also part of Florida. So this is just going to be a quick drive by, but you'll see straight ahead is technically the clubhouse as well as the pool. So I mean, we can just drive in. We're not going to go inside right now, but we're going to drive in. So if you want to use the clubhouse, you like for events or parties or anything like that, they do have a deposit. You would contact your management and tell them that you would like to reserve the clubhouse for whatever family event or whatever's the case. So that's fairly simple. One fun fact, Heath Brook actually got its name from the farm that once stood here. So that was owned by Bonnie Heath. So that might be something. And if you learn about Bonnie Heath, they actually named a street after Bonnie Heath, but basically put Ocala on the map when it came to horses. So maybe we'll do a little history or something like that later on, because it's really interesting. So all of this used to be farmland, and also for the Kentucky Derby, the Kentucky Needles, I think it was. That was a big deal that put Ocala on the map when it came to horses. So this is all in commemoration, and you'll see the homes that are here. A lot of them are Adams homes. They were built in early 2000, and you'll see by the mature landscaping throughout, most of them are going to have a 1/4 acre lot. That tends to be the standard, and I know for some people that might not be enough, but for others, you know, that don't want all of the land and the upkeep and everything else, this is really a good fit for them. So it is an association fee as of right now, $120 a month, and it does cover, in this case, your club maintenance, your gated door at the entrance, the security gate. It's something that a lot of people really would like because it is a quiet community. The school districts here are excellent, so it's also a big draw, and people are always working outside, which is always nice to see. So we're just gonna go around the loop. This is 63rd Loop. I do kind of like the fact that it has a little bit more of that rolling hills. Like you see this, I mean, we're actually going up. Yeah, Florida's flat, don't get me wrong. But there are some parts that actually have, it's a little exciting. Like if I had rollerblades on, like that would be like the road. What is the deal with my throat today? I don't know. So aside from 63rd Loop, it does branch off to other streets that you'll be able to find in the community, but it is a more quaint, smaller community that it's a very coveted neighborhood. And that's it. Actually, there was a lot of other side streets, but I wanted to just kind of give you a quick overview of the neighborhood. It is deed restricted, so you can see that the houses are pristine here, and you can see that the level of maintenance is there. So I know that that's important, especially when you are working with an HOA. You want to make sure that your dollars are being well spent. So if you like this content, let me know, and I can show you guys more neighborhoods. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Maddie the Realtor. Have a good day, guys.